Woo! We're back with. I don't. I don't know how to introduce this because it's not going on YouTube. It might go on YouTube, but yes, this is my first Patreon exclusive series. I mean, it's already started on YouTube, but yeah, but this will be my first Patreon exclusive, so you'll only get this if you subscribe for the $5 a month on Patreon. This is The Mandalorian. We're continuing with The Mandalorian because York has been nagging me to get back on this series because a lot of pops have been coming out recently. You know, I collect pops quite a bit, saying that there's lots of pops with spoilers going about. So, in order to avoid that, I'm now watching The Mandalorian, the first season of The Mandalorian, and I didn't really want to put it on YouTube because right now my schedule demands that I'm working all the time on videos and editing videos for the My Hero Academia, Ben 10 and Batman the Animated Series. So I don't have time to start editing another show on top of that. So what I thought I would do is I'll put it on Patreon for full length because full length requires not like very little editing. It takes a long time to export. It takes like 2 hours to export, but it takes very little editing. So there's not a lot of work put on it. I mean, I think I said in the last video that I was actually going to watch the next episode straight after that one. Well, when I watched the first episode, I said I was going to watch the next episode straight after it. I never got to it. That was back in November, and it's now May. Yeah, November of 2019. I said I was going to watch the second episode, and I didn't. So now I'm going. Now we go through to May. I plan to release this on May the 4th, Star Wars Day, which is tomorrow. I plan to release this then, returning to The Mandalorian, simply for Patreon. So, yeah, we're moving on to episode 2, The Child. I've got Disney Plus now, so I can watch all the episodes as much as I want. I don't have to worry about going to unethical websites to find it. So, yeah, I've got Disney Plus now. I can thank York for that. Thank you, my friend. Yes, so we're moving into episode 2, which is titled The Child. Oh, last time we had the Baby Yoda. It's actually a Baby Yoda as well. Baby Yoda is a meme machine, and that's me only seeing one episode of that thing. And even then, I barely got like 30 seconds of it. And it's already a meme machine. It's like the most popular Star Wars character ever. The Mando is cool. I think we call him Mando, the Mandalorian. Everyone calls him Mando. Sent on a contract by leftover remnants of the Empire to find a 56 years old bounty, which turned out to be Yoda because Yoda's species ages incredibly slow. I mean, Yoda himself was like 900 years old when he died. And this baby's 56 years old, 53, 56, I can't remember. I can't remember the exact age, but yeah, this baby. And we had the IG-11 who was just shot in the first episode, even though I thought he was supposed to be a main character. And there are four characters on the back of this box that are characters for this show. One of them is the Ugnaught, who I can see in the thumbnail of this video, so I'm guessing he's coming back this episode. And then the woman who's Gina Carano. I have to look up the actress's name. I can't say her name wrong. Gina Carano. Maybe I'm pronouncing her name wrong, but that's how it's spelled. Gina Carano. Okay. Yeah, and she's not showed up yet, which I'm seeing her face in episode 4. So, yeah, returning to The Mandalorian. For my Patreons, even though I've got none yet, because the month is renewed and no one has repaid, so that makes me sad. But hopefully this will get you interested. We're doing Mandalorian. We're going into it right now. Oh, look at it. So a shadow move there. Oh, I like that, seeing them in the reflection of his helmet. Very good cinematography. Oh, is that Trandoshan? The species that Bosk is from. Ah, people after the bounty. God, it's so fucking cute! Nah, man. Jawas. Thieving little bastards. They're literally stripping his ship and taking the parts. Hey! I do not feel bad that he's killing them. That rifle of his is insane. Oh. Oh. That was painful. It's probably a good thing we can't see his face, because if that was me, I would be livid. They literally they took his guns. Jawas are little bastards. Oh, I actually want to see him kill the rest of them. Oh my god, he's literally walked the whole day. Back to him. He, he has spoken. When does this guy ever sleep? He was literally walking all day to get to that guy at night, and now he's been riding with that guy all night to get to them this morning. The egg. I would not have been able to restrain myself. I would have killed them by now. Hey, okay, something's in it. There wouldn't be bones if there wasn't. Nah, 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 nah. What the hell is that? It looks like a hairy version of that rhino thing from Attack of the Clones. Gee, he's getting a battering. Yeah, of course it has the Force. Do like all of Yoda's race have the Force? I mean, I know we've only seen two of them. Oh, I do kind of feel sad for that animal, because it was literally just, it literally, it must be protecting its own egg. It was literally protecting its own egg, and it was literally about to kill the person that was about to take its egg, and then it just got hung in midair, and then just dropped to be stabbed by a knife. I kind of feel bad for it. I couldn't be a hunter or like survive out in the wild on animals. I don't think I'd have it in me to kill an animal. Kind of looks like my living room rug. Suka, Suka. Oh, all of that just for their like breakfast. These things literally just stole parts from him and then made him go through all that just to get his own parts back. Why is this guy being so helpful? Fixing montage. Like, just knocking parts into place and them holding in place is not going to be enough. This thing has got to go to space. I would not feel comfortable fixing this for myself. It's got to go to space. He has spoken. He has spoken. Now that looks Star Wars. It's the most Star Wars looking thing of this episode so far. Oh. It's alive! Hey! Written by Jon Favreau. I love you, Jon Favreau. Created by Jon Favreau. I love you, Jon Favreau. Based on Star Wars by George Lucas. Yes, I love you. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, the dream team. I think I need Pedro Pascal. Nick Nolte. Okay, I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Like, is there end credits? No, there is not. There is not credits. There is not credits. Okay. Yay! Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I don't know why I waited so long to get back onto this series, but that was cool. Yeah. I mean, I had to rewatch episode. I had to rewatch episode 1 before watching this again because I would not have remembered most of the stuff from first episode. Does this guy never sleep? We had him in the afternoon in the first episode. Well, I think we had him a day and a night in the first episode, so that's one entire day. Then the end of last episode and the beginning of this episode was another day, and then he travelled all the way to that guy's house at night, and then he was travelling all night with that guy on the sled. So that's another day. And then then the third day he was dealing with the Jawas, the egg, then travelling at night back to his ship, repairing his ship, all night into the next morning. That's 3 days straight he's gone without sleep. This guy goes through stress. I would have just given up if I was in his shoes. I would have probably just given up straight away. I probably would have given up after the Jawas stole my stuff, but that's my lack of will. 2 episodes in, we still haven't seen his face. That's interesting. They're just going to keep him a faceless character throughout the whole series. The baby has the Force. Of course it does. It's a Yoda, which we still don't know the name of their species. Is like the name of their species just Yoda? I wonder. Are they all Yoda? I've just thought of a theory, and it might sound completely stupid. Could Yodas be like phoenixes? Like they grow to old age, they die, and then they're reborn? If so, is that actually Yoda? Because he's the only one we've ever seen, in canon anyway, I think. I might be wrong there, but I probably am wrong. But it was just my stupid theory in that moment. This was a very interesting episode. This is a very interesting series altogether. It's so Wild West mixed with Star Wars in a good way. And I've been seeing a lot of praise for this. I've not been seeing any hate for it, which regrettably the new Star Wars movies seem to have getting a lot of both. Okay, let me go through the five Star Wars movies that have come out since the Disney acquisition. Force Awakens, not necessarily a fan of, because it's a New Hope rehashed. It's a New Hope updated for the new day, the new age. Rogue One I absolutely love. I love the darker tone of Rogue One, and I love it connecting episodes 3 and 4 together the way it did. Last Jedi, I like Last Jedi. I think I do not believe it should have got the hate that it does. I understand a lot of things were changed about it, and honestly, Last Jedi poses a major problem for what came next. Well, what came after the next one. Solo, gotta say, it's my least favourite Star Wars movie. Simply because it's so forgettable. Like, there are the most major thing I can remember about that movie was Emilia Clarke being in it, and I love Emilia Clarke so much. And L3, I love L3. And then Rise of Skywalker, which is my favourite of the new trilogy, the sequel trilogy. But I feel like the major problem with the new trilogy was, I hate to say it might have been the Last Jedi and the switching of directors, because they were originally going straight, they were originally going this way, but then Rian Johnson took it in a new direction. But then when they brought when Last Jedi didn't do so well, Disney went into panic mode, and they just put J.J. Abrams back in charge, and then J.J. Abrams had to spend... J.J. Abrams, the last movie, had to not only fix what the last Jedi had ruined for their original plan, but then continue with its own story. So they should have either just let Rian Johnson do the third one, or just have J.J. Abrams do all three, because the middle part really screwed with the original plan I think that Disney had. I think Rian Johnson put a few things in that they weren't expecting. But I still love Last Jedi, and I love Rise of Skywalker. But we're talking about this. Jon Favreau is amazing. He's so good. Dave Filoni is the heir to George Lucas. It's not J.J. Abrams, it's not Rian Johnson, it's not Gareth Edwards, it's not Ron Howard. So it is Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is the heir to George Lucas. He is the one who should be in charge of Star Wars going forward. They should rename it to Filoni Films. Change it from Lucasfilms to Filoni Films. It's kind of more catchy. But yeah, we're done with Mandalorian episode 2. Episode 3 should be coming on Patreon next week. But I will be releasing this on May 4th. Yeah, May 4th on my Patreon for $5. So, and it'll be full length as well, hopefully. Yeah, that's all we've got. So, until next time, we are over and out. Bye!